Okay, it's kind of buffering a little bit, but this was just a cute little intro, Cerebral Talks TV. Something new, okay? Welcome, welcome, welcome everybody to my channel, okay? Hello, hello, Guilty Angel. This is a late night live where I want to talk about a few things that's going on. All right, so give me a quick little second. Let me turn up my volume. Let me make sure the volume is good, okay? So, let's talk about a few things that's been going on in the news here in America, some celebrity news and everything like that, social news, a lot of different stuff. Okay, so let me see where I'm going to start off with. Let's start off with, give me a quick little second, just some things that I've seen.
Hi.
Oh my
Good.
God. Yes. So we go together now, right? Real bad. Real
Tell
bad.
tell
That's
them
my
your name,
man.
your age, what you do.
My name is Energy Goddess. I am 29 and I do real estate and I make music and I write books.
Oh, you make music? All right, can you spit something?
Let me think. Hold on, hold on. What's your favorite genre? Because I do multiple.
Whatever.
All right, all right, all
Whatever your
right.
best.
Bellissima. You know what that means?
Okay.
It means beautiful in Italian. I can't give you too much. Just look up Summer in Italy by Energy Goddess.
Oh,
Because
okay.
that's where we going, right? You taking me to Italy this summer?
I have to admit, I mean, that man is not attractive to me at all. But the fact that she came out there and she totally made him feel good and feel happy and like, I just thought her intro was funny. I have to see this again.
Hi.
Oh my
Good.
God. Yes. So we go together now, right? Real.
Girl, she says, so we go together. Now, I'm trying to do the act. We go together, right? Real bad. Girl, I know you lying. I know you lying. Stop. But I ain't gonna be mean because everyone has a type. Or some people don't even have a type. Some people just don't care how their partner looks. And we all have different tastes, to be real with you. I mean, somebody that I have, my taste is perfection. I'm keeping it real with you. My taste is perfection. Any man that I show you that's fine, I guarantee most of you will agree that the man is fine. Okay, universally attractive. Fine. Okay. So, I mean, one thing I can say on some of these shows, Pop the Balloon, half of them people don't come up there looking good. They can't dress, they don't look put together. If I'm coming to meet a man, baby, I'm going to give you all that I got, especially knowing that millions of people going to see it. I got to come up there looking my damn best. But I have to admit, some of these shows are, it can be a little bit entertaining. So, look, I mean, people will say everybody deserve, well, I ain't going to say that, but people would say everybody, you know, everybody deserves love. I'm a Libra. We're pretty much known for liking beauty. I love beauty. I like good-looking men. The thing is though is that I don't care if somebody else doesn't think what I like is good looking. You know what I'm saying? Like if I think a man is fine, you might if you don't think he is, I don't care what the next person thinks. That's what I want and I want what I want. But I like my man to dress good, clean cut, a fresh cut, cologne, pants pulled up, a belt, dress shoes, matching. That's what I like. Yes, so yeah, I can't. It affects me in the bedroom if I'm not physically attractive. I can't attracted to the man. I can't. I don't go all out. I can't give you all of the. I can't go hard, as they say. I mean, I could in the bed, but it ain't gonna be the same because I'm not attracted to you like that. It affects me. I like my man. I like to be attracted to my partner. And I've met mean men, and men are cruel. Men will tell you real quick that you've gotten fat. They'll point out stuff about your body. They'll cheat on you. They'll make you feel I don't feel bad for for liking my man to look good because from experience, and all women know, a man will be quick to let you know if he think you look good. He'll only approach you because you look good. He'll cheat on you. He'll point out flaws about you. So I don't feel bad at all. Yeah, I like dime piece men. I like pretty boys. I like fine men. I like beautiful men. I ain't trying to be conceited. If I'm a beautiful woman, I like a beautiful man, you know. Um I like I said, I guarantee if I was to put up some pictures of some men, y'all would say, "Damn, like, oh, damn, he look good." Like, "Damn." Oh. But again, there was one picture I put up before where a lot some wasn't always feeling, they weren't completely feeling him and some were, but I'm highly attracted, so it's what, if I like it, that's all that matters to me. I don't date men based on the opinions of other people. It's about, if I like the man, if I think he's cute, you know. I also look at personality. I've been criticized for liking my man to look good by someone in my in the real everyday life. Like I shouldn't. Well, I'm sorry. I got to be attracted to my man. I'm sorry. I want to be attracted to my man. The same way I won't even date a man who's not attracted to me. I don't want a man who only got with me because he thought I was a beautiful spirit. That's nice and all, but I need to know that you think I'm fine. I can't be with you if you don't think I'm fine. It bothers me. I need to know that I look good to you. Because I know you're going to cheat on me. And I don't want, no woman wants to hear, oh, it was just your spirit. Yeah, that's nice and everything. But do you think I'm fine? Because my man got to think I'm fine. The same way I like being attracted to my man. But also, I don't just look at that. I look at everything else because I have talked to very good looking men, but they were airheads, they weren't intelligent, they were boring, and I cut them off quick because that matters to me. It's not, the looks is a bonus, but if I don't have chemistry with you, if you're a feminine man, you're not strong, you're not smart, you're not romantic, you suck in bed. You can be the best looking man in the world, but if your penis is too small and if I don't like you, I'm not fucking with you. I know I don't usually talk like this, but I'm at a point where I'm tired of holding in how I feel. I'm not fucking with you no matter how fine you are. If in some of those areas are lacking, it ain't gonna work for me. It ain't working for me. So from my personal experience, and I've been treated just, I don't pity men. I'm not, the way that men are and how mean they can be, please. I've been very nice to them by holding my tongue on a lot of them. But yeah, I like my man to look good. Personality matters, chemistry matters, character matters. And if he is the type that thinks is simping to open my door or to pay for my meal, bitch, you can go. I don't fuck with you. I ain't never had to deal with, I'm not dealing with it. Yeah, Guilty Angel said men are savage. They are when it comes to our looks. And the thing is though, I won't even, I'm so nice. I won't even tell them if I don't find them attractive because I have a good heart. I'm not going to hurt you like that. I don't believe in stuff like that. It's just not going to work. You know, it affects things for me. Besides your personality, I have to have well, I don't know if I would have children. My mind has changed a lot on certain stuff, but I look at all of that stuff and I don't give one fuck if I'm shallow for it. I'm a Libra, that's how we are. It's true when you hear about it, and that's just what it is, you know. But I did date a guy that wasn't my type before, and he mistreated me. So then I said, fuck that. I'm not going to get mistreated by a dude that was lucky to even talk to me. I'm going to talk to somebody that I'm attracted to. Men are cruel. Women, we're so nice. We'll give him a chance if the penis ain't even all that. If he can't even dress that good. I've done it before. And they still act up. So I'm going to be with what I want to be with. I deserve happiness. I really believe it. And I deserve to have a partner. I like to look at his face. If I wanted to have kids, I want to breed with him. All of that. Just like men. So, but I can tell you this. I don't let men, like if I were on a panel and there were nothing but dime piece men, I wouldn't overhype them or let them get away with disrespect Because some women do that just because they're so good and they want to breed with them. I'm not dealing with that. If you're an ugly person, like your personality or you crazy or something, I'm not dealing with that. I don't care how fine you are. And I'm a air sign, so I'm very big on a mental connection. So even if he looks really good to me, but his personality is just bad. He can't hold a conversation. He has no interest. He can't speak well. He can't read. I can't date him. So I can get past looks. It's just I do like to be attracted to my partner. Um, and if he is good looking, but his penis is lacking, I got to go with the quickness. I'm not even wasting my time. So, would I date Chris Brown if he wasn't a woman beater? If he didn't whoop women's asses and if he didn't have those tattoos on his neck, then yeah, because he's fine to me. But I would give him a chance if he didn't beat up women. Um, but sometimes in interviews, he doesn't speak that well. I don't know how far it would go. Um, so let's see. All right, let's go to the next thing. And I know y'all not used to me talking like this because I hold back. I do hold back. I used to, well, back in the day, if you've been watching me from back in the day, y'all know how brutal I could be, just not mean brutal, but just straight up savage, as they say, with giving my opinions. I calmed down. I had to calm it down. But yeah, I'm tired of having to hold back sometimes my truth and how I feel about stuff. I'm a nice person, but you know. User, you says I've seen Libra women date ugly guys. Well, it depends on the situation. He might be tore down, but maybe he's providing for me really well. And I have to look past that shit. Maybe he's really nice and everything I ever wanted, maybe I can get past it. But like I said, they might be unattractive to you, but I might think he's a dime piece, because we all have different tastes. So maybe to me, he's really good looking to me, but maybe, even though most men that I find to be fine, most women find to be fine too. But in some cases, maybe it's just my taste and not yours. So I would put a picture up. I'm gonna put a picture up real quick before we get into Meg the Stallion of a guy that I posted this guy. And some women said his nose was a little big, but to me, it's like perfect for him. Like not everyone could carry his features. Like his features work for him. It wouldn't work on other people, but it works for him. Like, I just think this is just one of the finest men I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Uh, okay, him. This is fine to me. Do you see this? In some other pictures, you can really see his nose. He does have a very pointy kind of big nose, but his eyes are beautiful. His features are like perfection. This is just gorgeous. The first picture, Jesus Christ. The second one is when he was younger. Um, the last one is one of my favorites, like his bone structure, his eyes. Like, this is what you call a fucking beautiful man to me. Like, this is one of the most beautiful men I've ever seen. And like when he's tan on the right, his eyes, hold on. I ain't playing tonight. I'm showing a little bit. I don't usually show. Ah, oh God, let me see. Let me see another picture of him. Of perfection. This is perfection. I don't care what nobody says. Hold on. Look at the man's eyes. Do you see those eyes? Do you see the beautiful eyes? These pictures aren't even the best. I just picked what the quickest thing I could pick. This is not even the best photos, I swear to God. Like if you see his eyes in other pictures, Jesus Christ. Yeah. So I don't care if women thought his nose, I don't care. Like that man fine. So I'm gonna show y'all fine again. Hold on. This is a different guy. He's on TikTok and his name is Jared. And he's absolutely like, hold on, I'm gonna show you fine. Hold on. I'm hurrying up. I know y'all want to see this. I got it coming real quick. I'm gonna have to turn the music down for copyright issues. Okay, so here you go. Okay. I should have got a different video, but hold on. Hold on. Okay. If you see him in different videos with his hat off and just, I'm telling you, just posing. I'm telling you. Okay. Well, that's not the best picture, but he's absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay. So, you like men with chest hair? I don't really care for chest. It didn't. Chest hair, I don't mind it if it's not poking me. Like if it's not spiky or really I if I say what I'm gonna say, it might be seen as wrong to say. I ain't gonna say what I want to say. It depends how the hair is feeling on me. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say on that. You know, I know grown men usually will have hair. They're gonna have some underarm hair. They're gonna have some chest hair. They're gonna have some penis and ball hair. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't. To be real with you, I don't like that. I don't. In the chat, I don't. I don't want to say it because it is seen as mean to people, but I don't like that. So, and poking, hurting me, poking. So, no. Okay. So now let's move on to Megan the Stallion and Klay Thompson. If I tell you what you're about to hear, well, I'm going to play it. And look, I have a question mark in the title. I am not saying that Klay is gay. I'm not saying that he's gay, but this is the word on the street right now. And I'm not saying it's true. Now, Megan the Stallion and Klay were going kind of strong. They stepped out. Everybody wanted it to last, but Megan said that he cheated on her. And then other people said that he said Megan was too ghetto. She was too ghetto for him, so he couldn't do it, but he didn't deny that he cheated on her. Look who they said he cheated on her with. You're not going to believe this right now. Okay, hold on.
Klay Thompson and EJ Johnson are dating, y'all. Let's get it. So EJ Johnson's most recent picture, if you follow Klay Thompson, it'll tell you that he liked EJ Johnson's photo. And this is not the first time Klay Thompson has been caught liking EJ Johnson's pictures, y'all, on Instagram. Word on the street is Klay Thompson cheated on Meg the Stallion with EJ Johnson. Allegedly as well, too, EJ Johnson is being passed around amongst a lot of NBA players. And Klay Thompson right now, to my understanding, is like one of his like main boo bays, whatever you want to call it. I just think it's very crazy because everybody for the longest time has been trying to say Klay Thompson cheated on Megan Thee Stallion with that WNBA player. And that WNBA player had to come out and tell y'all it wasn't her. It's actually EJ Johnson. It's EJ Johnson. And because Meg and Klay are both under NDAs and stuff like that, that is why this really affected Megan Thee Stallion, okay? And if you pay attention, Megan Thee Stallion, I'm not going to say that she's kind of copying EJ Johnson. But if you kind of pay attention, she has kind of like picked up EJ's aesthetic, okay? But yeah, that's... Go and search EJ Johnson's most recent photo on Instagram, and if you follow Klay Thompson, it'll tell you that Klay Thompson liked.
Okay, leave a heart if you think Klay Thompson was trying. Now, he has it right under the photo. Look at the bottom of the screen. Look right here. It was liked by Klay Thompson. This is a screenshot he took. Klay Thompson and others really did like his photo. Now, I'm not saying that so-called heterosexual men can't be cool with men who are gay, as long as they can respect them and not have a problem with them. But when I was growing up, and I don't know how old Klay Thompson is, but when I was growing up, a man that was straight wouldn't dare be caught. Even though when I grew up, Instagram didn't exist, but if it did, basically a straight man wouldn't be caught dead doing something like that. He wouldn't even want people to think that he's looking at him like that. So the fact that Klay Thompson liked this photo of him, and we see it right here on the screen, I don't know. I don't know. Valentina says, I can believe it because I'm not trying to be mean, but because Megan is tall. Hold on now. And she does have a drag queen type of style. I can see how he can be attracted to both. Well, damn, well, Megan is like 5'11". I'm 5'8.5", but once I put on some heels, then I'm around that height. But yeah, I have, like I said, I have come into contact with damn near 3 downloads before. But I don't think it was because I was tall. I just think a lot of men are gay. A lot of them are. Damn. Um, I don't know. Megan Thee Stallion, I don't really see her look as like a drag queen all the time. Sometimes her makeup can be a little bit harsh. Sometimes. I'm not with the very long fingernails. But Megan is very feminine looking to me. She has such a great body and she's pretty. And she embraces wearing the high heels. A lot of tall women I've actually seen people diss kitten heels. Yeah, I wear kitten heels. I'm already 5'8.5". I mean, I don't care to always. I already tower over a number of people when I go out because a lot of women are like 5'4". But I love my kitten heels and I need my feet to be comfortable. But Megan wears high heels too, and she's already 5'11", and she'll wear the high heels. But do you leave a heart if you think that Klay Thompson is smashing or trying to EJ Johnson? This is just crazy when I heard this. So that's Magic Johnson's son. The one Klay was with was EJ King. What? Megan hairstylist. And Klay didn't even know him. Girl, you're the same women that want tall men, but hate on tall women. Yeah, I don't look. I never feel bad for wanting a tall man because I'm already 5'8.5". So me wanting a man that's 6 feet tall, that ain't nothing to me. He ain't even towering over me. He's tall, but he ain't extremely tall to me. So the shortest guy I ever talked to, he was like 5'6". I said never again. I never want to do this again, that again. But I gave it a try, and I actually I can't say it was a little bit of an issue. I'll date a guy who I can date a guy that's 5'8.5", 5'9". Even though I hear women always saying that's short, I'm like, how is that short? And you're like 5'4" and 5'6". I'm already that height. So I'm being nice by saying I'll date a guy the exact same height as me. So Yeah, and I never feel bad though because most supermodels are tall, you know. They'll call us an Amazonian, an Amazon woman. They want to climb the mountain, you know. And some people might say, well, 5'8" ain't 5'8.5", yeah, but once I put on shoes and regular shoes has a heel, I'm not 5'8" anymore. I am taller now once them shoes come on. Um, I think women who are probably like 6 feet and up could be called I never honestly I've never really seen a woman in real life being called a man or a drag queen just for being um tall. I think it depends if like I think it gets worse if maybe you're that tall and you're kind of heavy or maybe your makeup looks crazy. But if you look real feminine and you still look like a woman, I mean, a lot of men still will look at you in that way, but there are men who are intimidated by it. They are because you're a tall woman. But sometimes there are a lot of short men I find will want to talk to you. And it's like, well, maybe it'll balance out if we had kids. I'm tall, you're shorter, so our kids might be in the middle when maybe that might happen or they might take after the man. So I wouldn't, you know what? A lot of guys in the entertainment industry are on the down low. So I can't say that it's not true. It could be true. I don't know though. I would be in shock to find out that Klay Thompson is trying to holler at EJ Johnson. That would be crazy. Or he already allegedly cheated on her with him. So Valentina says, I called Megan the Stallion. Let me get that picture up as a matter of fact. Valentina says, I called Megan the Stallion a drag queen looking because her hairstyles and makeup and the way she dresses. Being tall doesn't make you look like a man. No. But you said as overall, I think she's pretty feminine. Every now and again, sometimes her makeup can be a little bit harsh, but not all the time to me. Klay Thompson is okay looking to me. Sometimes he has this look on his face like something stinks, like something funky. But overall, look, I don't know. Men are gay who I think are straight, and men sometimes you think are gay they are gay too, or they're just very feminine. I don't know. It's just all over the place. Honestly, the men who look straight are digging in pussies too. So I don't know. User says, I see a lot of short women that look like boys and butch. Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. I always question when a man wants a really, really small woman like a child. I wonder if he's into children, secretly into children sometimes, you know. So, okay, let's go to the next topic. We know that there's a parasite going around. They traced it back to Taco Bell. They traced it back to Taco Bell. The CDC confirms that Taco Bell, the lettuce, is behind the parasite outbreak. The parasite is in 31 states. It gives you diarrhea, extreme diarrhea. So far, it's in Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, and West Virginia, but it's also in several other states as well. They couldn't figure out where it was coming from. And now they said that a lot of people that got infected with this outbreak they ate at Taco Bell. So let's see. Let's see what's going on.
Health investigators may have finally solved the mystery of why so many people have fallen so ill eating contaminated lettuce. The Washington Post reports that federal officials have now potentially linked the outbreak of a parasite called Cyclospora to Taylor Farms, a California produce distributor. The company supplies salad products to numerous grocery stores and fast food restaurants, including Taco Bell. Thousands of cases have been reported in 34 states, the majority in Michigan, the vast majority over the last few weeks. The disease causes severe gastrointestinal illness. While no one has died, more than 100 people have been hospitalized. Taco Bell had already, as a precaution, removed salad ingredients from some of its restaurants. One Michigan health official told CBS News that normally it would see 40 cases of cyclopsoriasis, but in this outbreak, They have handled more than 4,000 cases. Remember, for now, this is a potential link with Taylor Farms in California. We reached out to them. So far, no response. But this is the first real sign of tracking down what has worried and sickened so many consumers. Tony?
All right, Mark, we'll stay on it. Thank you.
No, it was pretty bad. It was bad. It's embarrassing how bad it was. It was really bad. There were moments where I was literally just camped out in the bathroom and like, I don't care. I'm just going to lay on this floor. And there was like one night, I'm not a vomiter. One night I did have an episode of just like, that was actually the turning point where I was like, the next morning, I'm like, okay, we're going to the emergency room. Because I remember calling and my baby came in and she's like, what do you need? I was like, something for me to get this out in. So she's bringing me a trash can and it was pretty bad. It was bad. It's not for the weak, I'll tell you that. And it's kind of scary to think like the effects that it would have on like elderly people or young kids or people who aren't healthy or already immunocompromised. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I couldn't keep any solid food down. I did everything. My friend joked and said I was eating like a sick dog because I even made I made homemade chicken and rice, homemade chicken and noodles. I couldn't eat any of it. Like I couldn't hold anything down. And I'm still actually on the antibiotics. Like I'm not fully recovered yet. I still have to go and get, follow-up labs because they want to make sure that my liver is, that my liver is repairing and that everything is kind of going back to where it needs to be.
Wow. And so I guess when you got the diagnosis, did you do a stool sample and it came back?
Yes, so they did. They had me do a stool sample. They said a lot of people aren't able to give them stool samples, but that's how bad mine was. I was able to give a sample. And it took, because they had to send it out to a special lab, it took several days to get it back, but I just got back a confirmation that I definitely did test positive for the parasite.
Yeah. When you got that back and you were, seeing on the TV that, oh, this parasite's going around, what were you thinking?
I was kind of creeped out because, when you think parasite, you think of like worms and bugs inside of you. So I was kind of freaked out. I was just happy that I did finally go to the emergency room and get the antibiotics so that I could start feeling better, because it was one of those things where I was like extremely weak. I couldn't even do like the flight of stairs to get inside of my house without getting short of breath.
So I've been off TikTok for a couple days because I had the Cyclospora parasite virus. And that stuff ain't no joke, guys. I'm telling you. If you get it, I wish I would have went the first day, but I really wasn't sure what I had. But after the third day, I knew exactly what I had because we had gone to Orange Beach, Alabama, ate at a couple different restaurants. I ate some tomatoes, I ate some lettuce, I ate a fish taco that had lettuce in it, and apparently it was contaminated with the parasite. Now, it took about 2 days, almost 3 days before it hit, but I'm telling you what, when it hit, it was just running out of me. Let me just put it that way. I'm going to clean it up for you like a waterfall. And it did that 10 to 12 times in a day. It would do it at night. And I finally, my wife said, I'm taking you to the urgent care. And I said, okay, because I've never been sick like that before. I'm telling you guys, if you get this and you have water-like fluids running out of your butt, go to the doctor. They're going to give you Bactrim. It's the only thing that works. I've been taking Bactrim for 2 days now. The first 2 pills stopped it. But they give you a 7-day 2-pill regimen that you take daily. And guys, it works. It worked really quick with me. I'm not 100%. My stomach still feels a little bad, but I have not been on the commode since yesterday at about 2 o'clock. And I took the first one right around noon. And now I've taken 3 so far.
Okay, so basically, you got to be careful. The farm where this lettuce came from, they don't just supply Taco Bell. They supply KFC, I heard, and other restaurants all over the place in supermarkets. So they're gonna recall the lettuce and everything like that. So they said to avoid this right now. Don't eat pre-washed and bagged salads at salad bars as well. No bagged spinach or kale. No pre-cut fruit cups. Fresh berries, raspberries, strawberries, or blackberries. Raw leafy greens. No herbs, no cilantro, no basil, fresh herbs, no fresh herbs. No store-made de gallo, no raw snap peas or snow peas, and no raw scallions. Oh my God, I just bought scallions the other day. Oh, hell no. Oh no. Okay, I might have to throw that out. I actually had cilantro the other day too, when I didn't know that they said don't eat the cilantro. So be very careful. There's actually been about 3 other recalls when it comes to the food here in America. So yeah, Taco Bell, that meat, child, it's like dog food. I've only eat it when I'm real desperate. I haven't had Taco Bell in probably damn near a year or 2 or 3. Um, so it's a lot that you have to be very careful. Melanated says, I have to avoid Chick-fil-A salads and fruit and tropical smoothie fruits and chia seeds and oatmeal pudding. Yep. Right now, it's not safe to eat any of these things right now if you don't want to end up with possibly getting this. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic. The next topic is Cassie. Cassie, we know she no longer lives in the United States of America because of what happened with her and P. Diddy. For her safety and the money that she got, and for her safety. Well, apparently, one of her friends betrayed her when she was going through the trial with P. Diddy. Absolutely horrendous.
I was close with Cassie. Cassie unfollowed me because this is the first time I'm saying this too. This is crazy. I wrote a character letter for Puff.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so I was close with. I was very close with Cassie. I got close with Cassie.
That's a hard situation to be
Yeah,
in.
because it's like that's I still consider her my sister. It's like I love her. You know what I'm saying? What they went through, they went through. I wasn't there for.
You cannot love me and write a character witness letter for.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. I'm gonna tell you why.
If Kodak beats the shit out of me and you are my brother. And you love me, and you randomly write a fucking character letter for him to make sure he don't go to jail for beating my ass.
Let me ask you a question.
Him with my rights and
let
lefts.
me ask you a question.
Impressive rights and lefts.
What if I see you beat the shit out of him before and nobody seen it?
I have different views on women beating
No.
men.
Oh,
come on!
Happy Men's Mental Health Month.
Okay. First of all, I would cut his ass off too. Puff Daddy was beating the shit out of Cassie. Oh, I saw her hit him. Maybe because he's been whooping my ass all around the house and in hotels, so I finally had enough like Tina Turner and Ike Turner and What's Love Got to Do with It, and I finally hit his ass back for always whooping my ass. Cassie damn near is 105, 110 fucking pounds. Miss me with the fact that she's doing damage to a full-ass grown man. You really think that Cassie's hits is going to damage P. Diddy and she weighs like 110 pounds at the most? Miss me with that bullshit. Not only that, but if you know that he's been whooping my ass, you gonna write a character letter for him because, oh, you saw me try to whoop his ass for once? Man, please, I will cut your ass off too. Betrayal, I don't take betrayal lightly at all. He betrayed her. I don't blame Cassie at all for cutting his ass off. You gonna write a character letter for P. Diddy saying that he a good person or something? Bitch, fuck you. That's what I would say. I wouldn't even say shit. I would do just like Cassie. I wouldn't say nothing. You getting cut the fuck off. You ain't my friend. You couldn't be my friend. And you know that I was getting my ass kicked and you gonna write a character letter for his ass to help his ass. Bitch, fuck you. I can't trust you. I can't trust nobody like that. You can't be in my circle. Shit. You ain't really my friend like that. If you knew I was getting beat up and for once maybe you saw me hit him back for once and now you trying to make it look like he's innocent. Man, please. Shoot. So He ain't no good for that, trying to help P. Diddy. All right, now the next thing I want to talk about is Nara Smith. Nara and Lucky. Okay, we know them off of TikTok. Nara is always making homemade, delicious foods for her and her family. And they were both models. I think Lucky is still modeling, and they live in Connecticut now, I believe, in this beautiful home. And she's always making really good meals because she's sensitive to stuff and she wants her family to eat well and eat healthy. And she announced just the other day that her 2-year-old daughter was, well, she has cancer. And a lot of people were very shocked by that. And now we have some good news. She said that her daughter is actually in remission.
I just wanted to come on here and say thank you so much for all your kind messages, prayers, support. It truly has meant so much to us. Lucky and I have been going through this and processing it for the last 8 months, and we were debating on even sharing such a private part of our life. I wanted to wait until she was done with treatment and us knowing what the outcome of her situation would be before sharing it and even finding the words to share it. Now that she's finally in remission, it felt like I could find the words to share. The whole point of me sharing our experience was to shed light on what so many families go through and battle privately. Going through chemo treatments opened my eyes to how expensive medical care is and what a toll it takes on families specifically. So I've been researching charities and foundations to support, but in the meantime want to post some links that could help families. Lucky and I have been trying to return to everyday life and taking it day by day. I don't know whether life will ever feel normal again, but we're trying to navigate this next chapter the best that we can. But with all of that being said, thank you so much to every single person for your kindness. I'm sending all my love to families that are actively still going through this fight.
Well, it's really good to hear that her daughter is in remission and that she is probably going to beat the cancer, because it's an absolute nightmare. I mean, people are like, damn, just 2 years old? Just two? How on earth does this happen? And you're just 2 years old. And it would be the worst thing in the world. I don't even want to say if you know what were to happen. People think, I heard a lot of people say you just don't know what people are going through, because people look at Lucky and Nora and they think their life is so perfect and their love is so perfect and they have, the perfect home and perfect love relationship. They got kids. That's what they wanted, and they're happy and wealthy. But it just shows you that, look, when it comes to sickness, it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter who you are. You can end up getting something that can take your life or make you very ill. So, so hopefully everything continues to go well and the baby continues to get better and better and better. Speaking of illnesses, I need you to hear this and I want your opinion about this.
When I tell you some men are bold as hell, I just saw a video where a lady said that her husband had been cheating on her. Her husband, I'm gonna say it again, her husband, I think they had been married for like 5 years or so, maybe more. And he gets a phone call from a woman that he's been sleeping with. The woman tells him he needs to go get himself tested because he might have some kind of something he needs to get treated. An infection he needs to get treated. I'm gonna say that. Y'all know what I mean. The H word. So he comes home and tells his wife, you know what I'm saying? He had like, well, I'm sorry. I've been doing this and that, and I just found out I might have something, and you might need to go get yourself checked out. The wife said, I need to get checked out for what? He said, I just told you I made a mistake, and this chick called me and told me I need to go get tested, and I think you need to go to get tested too, because you might have that big H word. So the lady looks at him, looks into his eyes and said, why would I be worried about that? I've been taking PrEP for years. He said, you been what? She said, I've been taking PrEP for years. He looks like he just saw a ghost, like his life, he saw his life pass before him, He didn't know what to do. This joker get on social media and make a video talking about how he felt betrayed because his wife had been taking prep and didn't tell him, y'all. That's right. This married man got mad at his wife because he was cheating. She had an assumption that he might be cheating, so to protect herself, she was taking prep for the past few years. This man gets mad. Her husband goes to social media and tries to make her look bad, telling her he felt betrayed because his wife had been taking prep for the past few years, and she didn't tell him. The audacity of you men.
So in case you didn't hear this correctly, now that's not the couple on the screen. Someone just used them as an example. Thankfully, that woman's face is not showing because it's not her. Okay, but basically, the husband was cheating on the wife, and the woman he cheated on his wife with says that she has HIV and that he needs to get checked out for HIV. And from what I heard, because I heard this story on different platforms, he has HIV. And the wife was taking PrEP. PrEP is to help prevent HIV. So she was taking PrEP and didn't tell her husband because she knew her husband was a dirty dog that was cheating. So she says, I don't have HIV because I was taking PrEP. So now he's on social media saying that his wife has betrayed him. How did she betray you? Because she tried to keep herself safe because you keep betraying your wife by cheating on her with random women, and now you caught HIV and you mad because you couldn't infect your fucking wife. He wanted his wife to have that shit. That's why he's so mad. What you mean you ain't gonna get the shit? You ain't gonna get it. I gotta live with it, but you ain't gonna get it because, oh my God, she was taking PrEP. Very smart woman. Even though I keep hearing that PrEP causes kidney issues. I've heard that before. Leave a heart if you would get on PrEP, even though you're a whole married woman. If you don't trust your husband and you know that that man cheats and there's nothing you can do to stop him, you don't get a divorce or anything like that, would you get on PrEP? Would you get on PrEP? Does PrEP really work? I hear out there it does, even though I've heard people say, oh, it causes kidney problems. I don't know for sure. But I'm happy that the wife was spared. Thank goodness. Thank goodness she was spared. What a dirty husband. I think she needs to get a divorce as soon as possible because even if she doesn't have it, he's going to try to infect her. He's going to be upset that she ain't suffering with him and she ain't going to be stuck with him having that shit, and he going to try to give it to her. So she needs to divorce him and get out that house as soon as possible because marriage, a man raping his wife does exist. He might try to fuck her when she's asleep or stick her with something. I don't trust his ass. I don't trust his ass. So, ladies, if you think your husband is cheating on you, you might want to get PrEP. Look, PrEP, prepare to leave him. Shit, PrEP. You better prep to prepare to prep to leave. Okay, where the Pisces reside. Okay, let's go to the next story.
Yeah, and I never tell my kids they have to work 10 times harder because they're black.
Yeah.
You have to work just as hard as everyone else, and if you want to be better, you know, like let's say the NBA for an example, if you want to be like a real all-star, yeah, you got to work harder.
Yeah.
But you have to work just as hard as everybody else. Your skin color in America is not finna stop you from being great. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. We live in a free country. You can be whoever the fuck you want to be. So, yeah, I don't know. That's just me personally. That's just how I feel. I don't feel like you or me have any more privilege than anybody else. Just
Leave a heart if you agree with her. She says that she's not going to teach. Now, Amber Rose, people get upset, but the fact remains is that Amber Rose's mother is Cape Verdean. Her mother is mixed race. She's black, Portuguese, and some other stuff. Okay, and her daddy's Italian. She's mixed race. I don't know the percentage of her African heritage, but Amber embraces being mixed race and her African roots, and some people don't like that because they don't like her or because they don't think she looks black enough to them. Facts remain, genetics don't lie. And she, at the end of the day, her sons look black. She had kids with a black man. So a lot of people will see her children as black. They will go through a life in America as black. Her kids are seen as black, and she's raising them. So she said that she's not going to tell them that, um, well, she's raising black children. She says that even if they, I mean, her kids have mixed ancestry, they're black of mixed ancestry, but looking at her kids, I guarantee you her kids will be seen and treated as black. She says that she's not going to teach them they have to work harder because they're black. If I had children, I don't believe in setting my children up to believe they're victims and they're children, but I do believe in telling them the reality of the world. But I wouldn't want to ruin their life early or make them feel sad or depressed or like they're nothing. But I would teach my kids the reality of the country they live in and how things can be. Yes, there are a lot of black people who are successful, who have really a lot of money, who work hard, but there's also doctors who get discriminated against in the healthcare field. I have seen the interviews right here on YouTube. Racism and discrimination does still continue to exist no matter how high you get up there as a black person, no matter what degrees you have. Do they always run into it? No. Do they run into it sometimes? Yes, they do, from their colleagues and people within the company. It does happen, just like when our houses get appraised and all of a sudden they'll lie and say that it's worth 100,000 when it's really worth 300,000. This has been proven. So we don't live, I mean, it's 50-50. You have people who won't mistreat a black person and who will be fair and do business with you fairly. You also have the other half who won't and who will try to stiff you or try to make you go through hoops to climb up. That's a fact. And it's not just white people, okay? You have other people of color who are anti-black, who only hire their people and put obstacles in front of a black person getting hired around places in their own neighborhoods and stuff like that. It does happen all the time. There are some people who are not white who are more racist than what you think white people are in America. We've seen it all over California where black people cannot get a job because Mexicans are not hiring black people and discriminating when they get in a position to be a hiring manager. So I definitely don't want my kids, if I had any kids, I don't want them being raised in a state of delusion and to not know what can happen to them. I would tell them you can be anything you want. You can meet good people of any race that will help you be a good business person, have good, do good business and be fair and do what's right. But I would tell them in some cases you have to be careful. I would have to train them to be able to spot certain stuff that the stuff that I know. I don't know everything, but I've been through racism that I can feel it, I can see it, and I know when it's happening. You won't, I mean, yes, I have been through racism. I'm a millennial. I've been through it with people who are other people of color and a sprinkle of white people and even a black person on my job. Uh, I can't. I've already shared those stories with y'all. So before. So it's craziness. I would teach my kids that look, damn it. Look, damn it. And some people say it's not racism because if you're not dark, really dark, it's not. Bitch, kiss my ass. The bitch was racist to me because I was lighter than her. And I heard what she said about me, and it was fucking racism. Kiss my ass if you say it ain't, because it is. That's all I got to say on that shit. But Amber Rose, I've seen it all. A lot of people, but yeah, the most racism I have seen has been a Hispanic, the Mexican group in the area that I was in. And then when I was in a different part of the South, I literally saw the KKK outside protesting. They didn't want black people to be somewhere. And then I've experienced racism like 5 other times before. I've heard the N word said. It wasn't about, well, it wasn't directed towards me, but it is still towards me being black. And I couldn't believe when I heard it. It was so hateful. I couldn't believe it. That was in middle school, y'all. Like he said it about a guy, he wasn't even black. He was like East Indian or something like that. And he called him the hard ER with so much hatred. I had never heard it in my face before. And I went and told him he called you the N word. And he told me I was lying. He said that I was a liar because he knew him since elementary school. So he didn't even want to believe me when I told him he called you the ER word. And when I heard him say it, the hatred in his voice, and he had shaved off his head like a skinhead, and this was in middle school. So, look, I've seen it, believe it or not. I've experienced it when I went in a store in the deep south, and the white man who he looked me dead in my eye and put my money on the counter. He wouldn't put it in my hand. So, yes, I have experienced it. Okay. So Amber needs to get a clue. I would tell my child, in some cases, there are people in some positions that might try to put obstacles your way so you can't get a higher position to make more money, or they might want you to prove yourself more. I remember when I was in high school, when the teacher had asked us a question, no one knew the answer, and I said it. I knew the answer, and the white boy, I don't know his name, he said to his friend, "How does she know that?" He thought because I was black that I would be stupid and that I wouldn't fucking know the answer because no one else knew it. I'm not stupid. I knew what he didn't think that I would be smart enough to know the answer. So, and I remember in high school, a group of white boys, they humiliated the black boys in class by being very smart. They were intelligent. They used very big words and were talking about percentages for a home, and the black boys just looked so lost. They didn't have a clue of what they were talking about, and they were smiling with this sinister laugh like, "You niggas," excuse me, I don't want to say it, but they were like, the look was, "Y'all are just so fucking stupid," and laughing about it. Like, I saw that happen. So believe me, I've seen it. And that was in high school. So, but I've also met people who are of the same race who were nice and wasn't racist. I always say it's a mixture. This is America. You have some who are like that, and then you have others who aren't like that. But you have to teach your kids that you can go through racism, and there will be people who they won't think you are smart because you're black. They might not trust your opinion. They might think, well, you can't run this company. Because they'll look at the black community and they'll think, well, shit, y'all can't run a community yourself. Why the hell should I put you in charge of my company? People think stuff like that. Or they might not want you to get the position because it's paying 100,000 and they want it for them or one of their people. And they're like, I ain't giving this to you. So that does happen, you know? I would just want my kids to know the reality. And it's true, they do have to be trained at an early age so they're not fucking clueless. But I don't want to ruin their childhood either. I wouldn't want them in a world where I have to make them feel like they're an alien or something's wrong with them because, oh, well, you can't go here, you can't do this because I don't want to also stereotype all white or other groups of people as being evil, but they would see some movies, they would know about Malcolm X and stuff, and I would show them certain stuff and tell them my experiences or things to look out for. But I think I would wait until their brain could understand. They have to, I don't want them to go in the world obsessed with race, but I want them to be aware too. You know what I'm saying? So let's go to the next topic.
Now, you didn't like this look on Rihanna, but according to Glamour magazine, this is the new trend, honey. The capri pants are in with the kitten heels. Now, I think this is kind of cute. I really do like this look. Does it make your legs look longer or shorter? I don't know, but I feel like this is a look I can get behind. You let me know what you think in the comments. Are you rocking your capris going into fall? Let me know what you think. I gotta go. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. I'm a millennial. I repeat, I'm a millennial. I didn't even know that wearing capris went out of style, baby. As a matter of fact, hold on.
Now, you didn't like this look on Rihanna, but according to Glamour magazine, this is the new trend.
Baby, I've been wearing my capris since I've been in high school. I didn't stop wearing my capris. I didn't even know that capris went out of style, baby. I've always worn my capris during the spring and summer. You damn right, baby. I'm a millennial. Okay. So a lot of our style from the 90s and early 2000s is coming back. A lot of Gen Z and Gen Alpha love that style period. And I never stopped wearing it. You know, I always love my capris. My white capris, my pink capris, my black capris, my khaki capris, some red capris. Girl, yes. You know? I ain't never given up my capris ever. So, speaking of Rihanna, let's look at some blind items when it comes to Rihanna. I'm not saying it's true, but this is just word on the street.
Rihanna Blind Items Part 7. Let's get into it because we have a lot to cover. Like I always say, everything I'm about to say is alleged. I don't know Rihanna. I don't know anybody else that I'm about to talk about in this video. Always take blind items with a grain of salt, and I always implore y'all to do your own research because at the end of the day, I'm just some bitch on the internet, okay? And one more thing, y'all. I know that my voice sounds a little hoarse. Ever since my surgery, like the intubation has had me coughing nonstop. My voice is a little dry. My throat is a little dry, so just bear with me, okay? So we left off in 2021 talking about the Met Gala. Our next blind is about Drake. The blind alleges that earlier this week at a big event where everyone dresses up, possibly the Met Gala, it says that Rihanna called Drake out for his alleged most recent latest. Rihanna by far probably has the craziest blind items of any celebrity that we've looked into. Like, they're funny, they're messy, they're wild. Today we are talking about part 8. We're gonna start off in the year 2023, okay? We're almost at the end of this shit.
I'm actually gonna have to skip this because the videos I thought were 2 minutes long and they're actually much longer than 2 minutes. So I might have to revisit the Rihanna blind items, okay? Because they're not short videos. Let's move on to the next topic. We'll come back to this in a future video.
Some of y'all are just downright fucking delusional, and there is no other way to put it. There is a man who was fired from Chili's a couple of days ago. The story has been going viral. I'm gonna post what he put here. This has been on the news. You can look him up, look up the story. He was working at Chili's. There was a co-worker there with him, biological female. She has not had any name changes legally. There's nothing. She just decided that she does not want to be called Madeline, her government name. She wants to be called Fish. He called her Madeline because he didn't want to call her Fish. He called her Madeline. They're at work. He was being professional. And Chili's has fired him, saying that the co-worker feels harassed, that he is calling her the legal name that she was given at birth. He has since gotten an attorney, and I'm just going to tell you, Chili's, I hope he sues the fuck out of y'all. This is the dumbest shit I have ever heard of in my life. And I have made a video about this before. You can be as delusional as you fucking please, but I'm not going to play those games with you. I absolutely will not. If your name is Madeline, you are going to be called Madeline in a professional setting. This was a case, she genuinely feels that she is a fish. She would like to be called Fish. You need some fucking help. That is a mental health issue. I don't give a fuck how you feel about me. This man has done nothing wrong. He came to work. He did his job. He called you Madeline. That is your fucking name. And Chili's has fired him because he did not call her Fish. Chili's, y'all are just as fucking delusional as this fucking employee is. This has, like I said, this was not a legal name change. This was none of those things. This is just, I feel like I'm a fish. I want to be called Fish. I'm tired. I am tired with the dumb shit that is happening today. Like, this world's going to hell in a handbasket. I'm over it. Chili's, I hope they sue the fuck out of y'all.
Do you think that he has a case? Do you think he has a case? They fired him from his job because he refused to call Madeline Fish. She felt like she was a fish and wanted to be called a fish. He said, hell no, you ain't no damn fish. Your name is Madeline. And then they fired him. People are saying to boycott Chili's. Do you think he has a case against Chili's for firing him for calling her by her real government name and not calling her a fish. It's just amazing to me. It's amazing how even school teachers have gotten in trouble by not calling children these crazy names and calling them him, her, and they. Why am I calling you they? Is it multiple of you or is it just one of you? It's like our country is looking ridiculous. We look absolutely ridiculous. I'm not call I don't know. Leave a heart if somebody on your job says I want to be called fish, would you now start calling them fish because they said call me fish? I mean, seriously. Soon will we have people, I mean, we know we have Rachel Dolezal, but seriously, most of us cannot say, you can say you're white on applications. You can say you're white, but once you show up, they're going to know you ain't white and they'll try to correct you and say you are not white. So Valentina says, I've been in trouble and written up for not calling someone they. Oh my God, are you serious? Like, I would say, why am I calling you they? You're not they. You're one person. So it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's go to the next topic of the comedian Luenell is going off on this radio host about something.
Please clap it up for comedian Luenell.
All right. Stop
Good
playing.
morning.
Good morning.
Look at Luenell coming in here looking good.
Yeah, you know what? So I have this thing that I do when I'm on my way to the station. I be listening, right? And so one of y'all said, "What's going on this weekend?" And it was T.I., and all this. And nobody mentioned me, and I'm on my way here. 6 o'clock in the morning.
No.
T.I.'s not down there.
Okay.
I'm on my way here.
You know what? You're right.
You guys didn't even mention me.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, probably because you know why?
Probably because what?
You getting ready to take over the whole hour.
Yeah. That's what
we don't
you
need
think.
we don't need no one mention.
No, but why wouldn't you have said that I'm here? I'm on my way here.
Yeah.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in my body from the West Coast.
Yeah.
I'm the one who came was sitting in the traffic. You think I wasn't listening before I got here?
Oh, I don't know.
Why would you guys not mention that I'm in town and on my way here?
I feel like it would be a better conversation if we had it with you, though.
Is that what you feel?
Yeah.
So does this feel better?
Yes.
It doesn't now.
We
It
love
don't.
Right, it doesn't
Yeah,
now.
it don't now, but it could
I had a
have.
whole new, different attitude.
Yeah.
Until I listened to y'all say, they said, what's going on this weekend?
Sure.
And nobody said, well, you know, Luenell's on her way here.
Yeah.
And she's
Sure.
going on this weekend.
Yeah, you know,
So I
we
didn't even
apologize
do
for that. Luenell, we apologize for
I'll
that.
accept your apology, but it sucks.
I know it does, but guess what else is getting ready to go down? So we're going to do this interview right here with you, and it's going to play here in Dallas. And
And
then
nobody said your bra strap showing Luenell and that.
Yeah,
I was about to say
mine
this,
is.
Lou.
Okay.
I didn't know. You know,
Y'all
what I'm
just
saying.
don't care, huh?
So, but let me
I
just
think
say
you look
this.
great.
We will definitely make sure you're promoted all weekend long for our rest of our 90 cities around the country.
I
How's
guess
that?
I must have paid for the
He didn't pay for nothing.
ad, right? Oh, but he didn't pay.
No.
Like I didn't pay.
Right.
Right.
But I'm here at 6 and 1 T.
Yeah.
I ain't here.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he was here yesterday. Okay, I'm lying. But listen, look now. All right, let's talk about you. Let's talk about what's going on with you. First of all, I mean, you're happy. You're happy you're in a relationship, right?
Is that what we're talking about this morning?
I'm just going to talk about what you want to
would
talk
really
about.
like
Yeah,
to
whatever you
promote
want
that.
to talk about.
I'll tell you what we're going to
Yeah,
do.
whatever
What you
you
want
wanna
to
talk
the
about.
shows that I'm here
Yeah.
to promote.
I'm sorry?
I would really like to talk about the shows.
Okay,
that
I'll
I'm
tell
here
you
to
what.
promote.
We'll give you the floor. You go right on
I
ahead
don't
and
want
promote,
the floor.
promote.
I just want to do my job.
Mhm.
My job was to come in and talk about the shows this weekend.
Yeah.
But I've already done one.
Okay.
Right.
Which was last night.
How'd it go?
It went amazing.
Cool.
They always show up from here in Texas.
Yes, they
and I
do.
got family here. They could be here in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If I said that.
Not the threat.
Yeah.
Did.
We all got family here. Yeah, we stay here.
I got family in the room.
No,
I got family in the room.
I do too.
No, we not
That's the
doing
thing.
that. We not
yeah,
doing
we
that.
all got family. We from here.
Okay, Luenell.
Yeah.
I don't blame her for being upset because she flew there to be there 6 o'clock in the morning. That means she was up very early and she's there to be promoted. She needs her name to be out there, people to know, to call up the show to talk to her. She's a brand. I'm not just showing up there just to talk on your show. I am a brand. Okay? Shit. So I understand why Luenell is pissed off. Okay, you don't tell me to come to your show at 6 a.m. and you don't even mention on the radio show that Luenell is in town. She's here live in the studio. call in to talk to Luenell, and I'm here for business. This is for business. So, yeah, it's like a waste of my time coming up here. Just, I'm not doing that. So, you said Mermaid says, why are they being condescending towards her? That's how they treat women. Oh, y'all are talking about religion or something. They were being very unprofessional and fake and condescending, so they deserve this. They wanted to gossip and she wanted to promote her show. Yeah, because she's a brand. You know, she is not, she paid money to take a plane. I think she might have said it was free, but at the end of the day, I'm here to market my businesses and myself, and you don't even tell the people on your show that I'm here. That's not professional at all. It's not professional. So I understand why Luenell was upset. I need your opinion about something real quick.
And we gotta stop spending all this money on funerals for people that's going to hell. A funeral is a celebration. What we celebrating somebody going to hell for? I drop a lot of money for somebody that's going to heaven. But if you going to hell, you getting cremated. You getting ready for where you finna go. You better save your money and burn them jokers. Are you crazy? And we gotta stop spending all this money on funerals for people that's going to hell.
This was a controversial video, but when you think about it, if you knew somebody that was a terrible person, that was abusive, verbally, emotionally, physically, a straight up asshole, why the fuck should I pay for your funeral? Yeah, maybe you should be cremated. Get this shit over with. I don't like you. You're nasty. I'm not spending money for no fucking funeral for you. I honestly see where she coming from. What y'all think? What do y'all think? Do you think that bad people should have funerals, or bad asshole people should just get cremated because it's cheaper? Get their ass sent. I don't know if they going to hell or not. In some cases, I hope the motherfucker do go. But what do you think? Why should I pay thousands or go through the stress of trying to find money for your fucking funeral and you an asshole? No, you can get cremated. Just stick their ass in that box and light the fire and cremate them and put them in a little urn and let whoever liked their ass have that urn. So, Chicago says fire for the wicked. So, I see her point. I see her point. Now, I want you to leave a heart real quick if you were born before 1990. If you were born before 1990, because apparently to Gen Z and Alpha, you're like an ancient person. If you actually, just look at this. Y'all are not going to believe what they consider to be old.
What year does someone have to be born in to be considered old?
1990 or like 2000. 1995.
2002. Late 1900s is like old. Like 2005. 1992. 2004. 2000. 1992.
Okay.
Like 1990.
I'd say 2001.
Okay.
1995.
That's too early on a Monday for that. 2000? 2002? No.
What year does someone have to be born in to be considered old?
So, from what we hear, you are very old to these children or teenagers if you were born in 1990, 1992, 2000, and 2005. I could not believe this when I heard this. I said, you think that that's old? So I'm like, damn, if you're born before 1990, you're like ancient to these damn people, which is insane. Insane. So far, I see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hearts that were born before 1990. These damn Gen Z and Gen Alpha think that I'm like, if you think 1990 is old, then shit, anything before that is ancient to them. I said, damn, that's crazy to me. Said that they don't know what old is. To me, old is, I consider a person old if you're like 65. And even in some cases, I'm like, that's sort of middle age to me. If you're 70, you're definitely old. 70 is old. I consider 70 truly old. That's when you've gotten old. Okay. And 60s, I mean, some people would say that's old. For me, I would say a good 70. A good 70, you are old. You're not young in your 60s, but you're not like elderly. You're not elderly yet. You're on your way, but you ain't elderly yet. Okay. But in some stores, they will say you can get the senior citizen discount when you're in your 60s. So, okay. Damn, being 25 is old. I mean, it's craziness. It's crazy. Even when I was in middle school and high school, I never thought that 40-year-olds were old. I just never thought that. I don't consider that. I don't consider that old to me at all. Especially once you reach around that age, you're like, oh my God, like, damn. Like, I feel, I'm not going to, I'm not going to mention my age right now, but I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn, Aaliyah was just 22. Princess Diana. I'm like, oh my God. Princess Diana was 36, 37. Aaliyah, 21, 22. And once you get past that, you're like, damn, like you're really not old at all. You can't even believe that you made it because you just keep seeing people dropping dead and stuff. Or like, damn, once you hit those ages or you go past it, you're like, wow, they really were not old at all. I never really thought that, but it's like, damn, you really see that you're not as old as you think. You're not as necessarily a spring chicken, but you're not old either. Yeah, this generation is obsessed with people's ages, and it's very weird to me. And the fact that they don't know anything about music and film is just so just disgraceful. But I blame some of their parents and the media for not continuing the knowledge to be passed on. When I found out they can't read a clock, I couldn't believe it. I said, "What? This is craziness to me." Okay, so. Let me show you the last video. And all I have to say is if your child is telling you this, you need to believe them.
I don't think you should be with Dad anymore. Why? Why you say that? He's literally gay. He's gay? He literally likes boys. He brings boys over. They're not his friends. He kissed them. What are you talking about? Are you serious?
Now you heard exactly what the fuck that baby said, girl. Close your mouth and listen. You need to leave immediately. Investigate and leave.
I don't think you should be with Dad anymore. Why? Why you say that? He's literally gay. He's gay?
If your little boy comes to you and says daddy is gay and that he's bringing men over to the house, more than likely when you're gone, and I'm seeing daddy tongue kiss, dad is kissing them, yeah, I'm going to believe my son. I'm going to get cameras, secret cameras in the house, and I'm going to set it up to where I'm not there and see who daddy is bringing up in my house because I'm going to believe my child. I'm going to believe my damn baby. If you telling me that daddy is kissing on men when I'm not home, bringing men up over the house. So he said, Mom, you should leave daddy. Daddy's gay. He's kissing men in the house. So this is crazy to me. So look, everybody, I've been live for an hour and 18 minutes. I've enjoyed it. Getting these stories. Let's just talk about, just have some fun at nighttime with each other, just looking at some of this stuff. Okay. And hopefully nothing I said, because I know sometimes I say certain stuff, people get like, can't believe I said it, or they think, yeah. When we were talking about men and stuff, I mean, I said what I said. I said what I said. But I mean it with love, Okay. So I thank you all so much for joining me. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support your girl's channel, my Cash App is there. I appreciate it, baby. So thank you all so much, and I will be back. You never know when I'll have another live. Y'all know that I do lives pretty consistently, but I do like to surprise y'all at different times, like tonight, a late night live. So you never know. I definitely will be doing a call-in show again. I already have a topic that a lot of you love. Um, I like to announce it in my community posts when I'm going to have a live a lot. I'll tell you now. I'll show you real quick what the live call-in show will more than likely be about. Let me put it up now. I don't know the date when I'm going to do it. Actually, I'm not going to show you yet. I thought about it. No, because I don't want nobody copying me. So I'm not going to tell y'all until I post it in the community section or I announce it on a live like today. I'm not ready yet though. So thank you all for stopping by, and I will talk to you all later. Bye, everybody.